Welcome back. Ulvik gave us a lead on the resistance. We're supposed to go to the smithy, where presumably Benrime's nephew was it actually? I think I said son last time, which is not wrong, not the right thing. He is her nephew, I think, and he will probably be waiting for us there, based on what just happened. So we have to go there now. Presumably Zoe's going to ask Crow for help again, even though it shouldn't be too hard to find. Is Crow still here? He's not where he was. Oh, he's over there. Hard to see because he's right in front of the lamppost.
I got a lead on the resistance. While I'm looking into that, there's something I want you to do. A mission.
Ooh.
Mission is my middle name. No, that's not true. It's Edward. Nope, also a lie. I just always wanted to be an Edward.
I need a bird's eye view of things.
Are you trying to get rid of me, Zoe?
Of course not, but I'll feel much safer if you're watching out for me up there while I'm following up on our lead down here.
I feel a swelling in my chest cavity that can only mean one thing.
Pride?
No, an imminent burp. But I will do this thing that you ask of me, and I will feign pride if you need me to.
Knock yourself out.
Geronimo! Except in reverse. A minareg.
How would he even know Geronimo? Questions that will never be answered. Okay, I guess at least this time they will let us figure out our own way. Which is back this way, of course.
So, how's business?
Pretty good. I mean, reaping's a great time for me.
That
Plenty of
is
customers,
the same
even if those
conversation we
farmers are
already
quite
overheard
vested.
from them. Zoe hasn't been in
I must admit that I'm
at
getting rather
Naxxus's house
excited
before,
about seeing
has he?
their newfangled. No, that makes no sense at all. I mean, that's what the
So
bloody
when is the
reaping is all
ceremony
about.
taking place?
Farming next week, isn't it? They're timing it to coincide with the Feast of Reaping.
Okay,
That
that is the
makes
same
sense.
conversation,
If
and
they
it was
want
sort
us
of
to
mixed with
celebrate
the
the whole,
previous one we were overhearing, so
Catching
it made
the
no sense
tubes
whatsoever.
thing.
What does that even mean?
More decorations and more food. Presumably yams. You just have a very creepy, dead look in your eyes. He's like, who? Me? Oh, I can talk to her.
Did I just see you speaking to a bird? You shouldn't, you know. Sorcery. There are national frontiers everywhere, and they'll turn you in. Or worse.
Well, thank you for your dead-eyed stare, miss, because otherwise I would never have found out that I could talk to you.
See those dragons up above? If the guards catch the runners, they'll drag them to the keep and throw away the key. They don't like being reminded of the resistance. I can see that you're from out of town, so consider this a friendly warning. Don't talk about the resistance, or sorcery, or magicals. At least not where the guards can hear you.
Yeah, kind of too late for that.
If this is your first reaping, you're in for a treat. It's the best time of year to visit Mercuria. The food, the drink, the festivities, the fried yams.
Fried yams? Not sure how that will work.
Stay for the Feast of Reaping on Reap Moon's Eve if you can. It may not be the most important celebration, but it's definitely the most fun. And the fire flowers are so beautiful.
Wait, I thought they didn't allow those anymore.
Did I just see you speaking to a bird? You shouldn't.
Or
you know.
maybe they're just not allowed to
Sorcery.
be
There are national frontiers everywhere.
sold. Doesn't mean
And
they
they'll
can't
turn
use
you
them
in.
themselves, I guess.
Or worse.
Hi there. You selling wine? He seems to. Got any baiju? Good. Where's the smithy? It's around here somewhere. I think it's over there. Down this way? Smithy Green?
Ye old smithy. No, that's not what it says. It just says blacksmith. This is not a Renaissance fair, Zoe.
It says Smithy Green. Maybe you need to work on your reading skills, Zoe.
Ye old smithy. No, that's not what it says. It just says blacksmith. This is not a Renaissance fair, Zoe.
I guess it's a pun on the fact that it is a smithy in the city green. Doesn't seem to be anyone here. Guess we should try some doors.
There's no one home.
Nope. Not that one. Can I use that thing? No. I cannot.
This can't be the right door.
Well, only one left, I guess. Somebody was drinking out here. Let's hope this will end well.
Hello, I'm here about the library. I know, it's a weird opener, but I was told that this is... Okay, we're going inside.
Creepy. And will we get to find out what happens to Zoe after this? Well, we will eventually, obviously, but will we right now? That's the question this loading screen is posing to me. I guess not.
Harmy knows
Knows what, exactly?
that Kian is alive. And Shadow knows what else he told the General.
They spoke.
My men saw the General entering the engine room in the green. Alvani was spotted leaving the house soon after. They were alone in there with one of the engineers. Ferdows, I believe his name is. He's nowhere to be found. Harmy must have stowed him away somewhere. A witness!
So he knows that you've lied to him? Oh, he will not confront you with this yet. Not until he knows why and what we're planning.
Yes, Harmy is as clever as a rock snake and twice as deadly.
We need to get rid of him. Mother Utana, too. He must have told her.
They're thick as thieves. The only question is, have they informed the first?
Not without more evidence. There's still time.
You're speaking of assassination.
What else would you suggest? We crossed the line long ago, Vamon. There's no way back.
I can't just walk into Harmy's cell and cut his throat.
It needs to look like an accident. The ceremony.
It's a week from now. We can't afford to wait.
We can't afford to be hasty. Until he has concrete evidence of our treachery, the General will continue his investigations. The ceremony, then. We kill them both and make it look like the work of the Resistance.
But if he acts before then, I need to be ready. I need to inform those who are loyal to...
Hush. Come here, my sweet. Don't worry. We will survive this. We always survive. We've worked too hard to fail now. The engine will be ours. The Northlands will be ours. The General's men will pull back to Azadir. The Council will not mount another campaign. They cannot afford it. They lack the support of the people. And then we return in triumph, carrying the light of the goddess, and we destroy our enemies. We rule Azadir, as we've always planned. We will not fail, my love. I will be Empress, and you, my supreme commander. This is the will of the goddess. I know it is. I know it.
Wow, they are planning quite a bit, it seems. This goes further than we thought.
What is this place? Where are are you taking me? Can someone please say something? You are the Resistance, right? You know, instead of abducting me, you could have just asked nicely. I would have come with you. I wanted to come with you. Not talking? Fine. Take me to your leader. I've always wanted to say that.
Shepard's busy. She'll talk to you later.
So now you are speaking to me? Good. I'd like to... Wait. I remember that man. Isn't that...
Stop talking. Keep walking.
But I know him.
Shut up.
Absolutely not. No. You cannot leave Mercuria now. If you go to Kian...
What if they find you? They'll kill you.
So they kill me. I understand the risks, Enu.
I know you want to protect him, but he is one child. If you end up dead, what do we do?
You carry on. You're stronger now. You can fight them.
You know that's not true. The General has brought more troops from Azadir. Our situation is precarious.
I'll go with him. And make sure he stays alive.
What? You will not.
And we lose the both of you? We lost enough of our people when Old Town burned.
If Kian had done his duty, those people would still be with us.
If you'd listened to me, they'd still be with us. Torture isn't the only road to truth, Dolmari. Isn't that one of your sayings?
Boys, I'm as soft-hearted as a Zidling schoolgirl, and Bip's my friend too, but I agree with Shepard. We can't risk it.
It's not just about the boy. If I go to Kian, to the camps, I will find evidence of what they're doing to the Magicals. And if General Harmy and Mother Utana learn the truth of what's being done to innocent creatures, perhaps they'll...
Creatures?
He didn't mean it like that. Right, Kian? You didn't mean it like that.
He's shown that he doesn't consider Magicals to be people. We still remember that child-molesting Azadi officer you let go.
People. Women, children, the defenseless. If Harmy and Utana learn the truth, they may have a change of heart. They may pull their support. We can't win this war on our own. Vamon and Saya are too strong. With Harmy's men on their side, they'll be unbeatable. But if we undermine this support, even if Harmy does not join our side, our chances will improve. Force me to stay, and we only delay the inevitable. Let me go, and we could win this war.
You don't make it easy for me to lead, Kian. But maybe it's time I let you make the decisions. I won't stand in your way.
I don't like this one bit. When are you leaving?
Right away. If I can sneak on board a cloud ship leaving for the islands tonight. Which means there's not a lot of time.
Well, don't let me stand in your way. Go be a hero or whatever.
It's true. Finding evidence of what's happening might make a difference to Harmy and Utana. We could at least show it to the other people of Mercuria, who seem to be very deluded about what the Azadi are actually doing. Also, Zoe and Kian, so close. But they didn't notice each other, or, well, Kian didn't notice Zoe, I guess. We're supposed to leave, but we can talk to a few people before we do.
I've spent more time with Enu since I spared that officer's life, mostly because Liko's been avoiding me like the Dolmari plague.
You spent more time with Liko if you killed him, and he also is more forgiving towards your slip-up of calling Magicals creatures just now in that conversation.
Enu's become a better soldier these last few months. I'm proud of her, but I also worry. I don't want this war to change who she is.
That may be inevitable.
She has such a promising future ahead of her. It's for people like Enu that I continue to fight. She deserves every opportunity she can get. I've spent more time with Enu since I spared that officer's life, mostly because Liko's been avoiding me like the Dolmari plague.
I'm sorry, It's scary how easy it is to forget about individuals when you're so wrapped up in fighting for the so-called greater good. There's all this talk about our cause and the big picture, and you have to go. That's what makes us people. It's not really about the greater good, it's about all those little goods that we do every day to each other. And this is that greatest little good of them all. One boy's life. It matters. And I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me, Enu. But thank you.
Just don't die. That's all. Don't die and I'll be fine.
Wow, Enu. Powerful words there. Also, I wish the game would stop inner thoughts when you started talking to someone, but it does not. Well, at least the subtitles make it easy to figure out what was being said. Is anyone behind here that we can talk to? Maybe we can find Zoe. Hi there, you're just standing here? Okay, good. Carry on.
The symbol of the magical resistance. A dragon, or Kin as they're called in the mythology of the balance. It's a powerful icon.
Indeed.
The symbol of the magical resistance. A dragon, or Kin as they're called in the mythology of the balance. It's a powerful icon.
Sure.
Most of the books were burned or otherwise damaged. Some were stolen, removed, hidden away.
I wonder if the books we read in The Longest Journey are still here. I hope we don't have to read them again.
I know they've been working to recover the lost books, to someday rebuild the grand library of the Sentinel Order. I'd love to see the library return to its former glories, and to have the time to peruse these shelves. I could spend weeks and months just reading.
It would be very interesting. We've seen an even more impressive library. I'm sure you would like that one, Kian. This is my room.
There are still enough books here to fill hundreds of long evenings and sleepless nights. I've read a number of them, though many are written in languages I've yet to learn.
Oh, so he does intend to learn them, I guess.
My favorite stories are travelers' tales, describing journeys across the Northlands, Southlands, and the islands, places I've yet to visit. I also enjoy some of the books about food preparation. The illustrations are often mouth-watering.
You have some strange hobbies, Kian.
I have to admit that I sometimes sneak off with one of the children's books to read stories about magical creatures and made-up lands. They give me joy.
I guess even in the land of fairy tales, they still have fairy tales.
There are still enough books here to fill hundreds of long evenings and sleepless nights. This used to be a library. It was destroyed by the Tyrant before we drove those beasts out of Mercuria. The Sentinel Order of the Balance built and maintained the Great Library, but they are no more. Most of the priests who survived the Tyrant attack were arrested. The rest fled the city.
Some survived, like Minster Magda we saw, the lady with the soup kitchen.
The Enclave is truly ancient. It's heartbreaking to see the state it's in. Hopefully one day it can be rebuilt to its former glory.
Kian has really changed his tune, hasn't he? He's really come to care about the fate of the rebels and the resistance.
This used to be a library. It was destroyed by the Tyrant before we drove those beasts out of Mercuria.
Probably the only real good thing the Azadi actually did. Oh, Naane is still here.
Naane's been useful to us since she returned from Myria, since I decided to keep her secret.
So far that seems to have been the right decision. At least it hasn't backfired on us yet. Let's hope it won't.
It's never easy to know whether a decision is right or wrong, or what may have happened had I decided otherwise. But she's been useful. I don't regret giving her a chance.
Unless, of course, it's a computer game and you can play it again to see what the outcome of the different decision is.
She still fears that her deception will be revealed, but I won't be the one to expose her.
That's almost hinting like she will be exposed anyway.
Naane's been useful to us since she returned from Myria, since I decided to keep her secret.
You are doing the right thing. Shepard, she's... Well, Shepard carries a great load. It's hard for her to lift her eyes beyond this moment. She's afraid of losing you, Kian. Having you here has given everyone hope.
I trust you will keep that hope alive.
I have not forgotten. I will do my part while you are gone. I owe them this.
She seems to be keeping her word, which is good.
So when is your shepherd gonna talk to me? I don't need to be locked up like this. I'm not an Asadi spy. Oh, forget it. It's a long story. What's the point? You don't make the decisions. This is a waste of everyone's time. Just know that every minute I spend here is another minute lost trying to save the world. I mean, no rush, just a friendly FYI.
Okay, I guess they're interrogating Zoe, trying to figure out if she can be trusted. Too bad Kian doesn't recognize her voice. But then why would he? She sounds completely different.
Whenever we bring someone in, they're questioned in there. If they refuse to answer, they're brought downstairs. Not everyone's comfortable with the screams.
Okay, didn't need to know that.
I believe they've just brought someone in. Another spy, no doubt.
Not quite.
There's someone in there being interrogated, but I have no time for that now.
But it's Zoe.
Normally I'd join in the questioning, but I don't have the time now.
I guess not. We have to leave and see if we can catch a cloud ship. Of course, we do have time to just talk to everyone, apparently.
The General's keeping this place operational. He's tireless, and louder by the day. Must be his hearing.
Once blind Bob. Wait, wasn't he Bob who can see? I guess he changes his name often.
The General's keeping this place operational. He's tireless, and louder by the day. Must be his hearing.
So, you're heading off on a little cruise across the sea, are you? I know Shepard has her reservations, but I'm with you on this one, boy. We can try and preserve the status quo here for as long as possible, or we can go and do something foolhardy and dangerous, and maybe win this war. So, get your ass to Kian, save that boy, find the evidence, and come back with your limbs intact. Or at least most of it. And let's end this thing. Once and for all.
That's the plan. I hope it will work out that way. I think that's everybody. Except for Liko, who seems to be waiting at the stairs for us.
A stone dragon's head. It represents one of the dry kin, I believe. We don't have anything like that in Azadi legends. Our only celestial being is the goddess. A stone dragon's head. It represents one of the dry kin, I believe.
Alright.
We don't have anything like that in Azadi legends.
Let's talk to Liko before we go.
Our only celestial being is... Relations between us have been strained since I spared that officer's life.
It seems like it.
Liko's an important asset, but his anger and impulsiveness can sometimes put us at risk. He needs someone to hold him back.
And that someone is you?
Relations between us have been strained since I spared that officer's life.
You're not leaving without me.
You're needed here, Liko.
Those prisoners, they are my people.
Imprisoned by mine. This is almost certainly a suicide mission. If the Resistance loses us both, they stand no chance against the tower.
If you die, I will celebrate your death. But I will never be their leader. You've proven yourself. They need you. Go. And stay alive. For them. For all of us.
You still plan to kill me after?
Of course.
Well, I wouldn't want to miss that.
They have a strange sort of relationship.
The commons are through there, along with the kitchens and more cells and storage spaces. The Enclave is a big place.
It's good that they fought to include that bit, because otherwise you would wonder how people are actually able to live here. It's always nice when a game thinks to answer, or any work of fiction really, thinks to answer questions like that. Let's row over to the city. Let's hope we can get on one of those cloud ships in time.
They're bringing magicals through that gate and onto the cloud ship. That cloud ship's headed to Kian with a new batch of prisoners. I must get on board.
Alright. Find a way on board the cloud ship. Let's... Can I look at it? No. They seem to be entering from somewhere on the other side, so... Let's check that out. There we go. Oh, there's still quite a few magicals left for him to deport, I guess. Alright, I guess that's the lever we need, but there's 2 guards there. Let's see what we can figure out.
When's this ship taking off?
What do you want? You're not supposed to be here. Bugger off before we arrest you.
Alright,
Been
alright.
a few minutes, I think. It's fully loaded, barely any room in the hold.
Is that the last of the magicals, then?
From the ghetto, yeah. I mean, there are still stragglers. I see them around walking freely like they're actual people and not animals. That's disgusting.
Oh, well, they're not really animals, are they? I mean, they're like... intelligent. At least some of them.
No, they're filthy animals. Good riddance to them.
Well, I don't know. I had a long conversation about farming with a Dolmari last year at the Rooster. She seemed nice.
You'll want to be careful talking about your love for the magicals. There's a reason they're being shipped off to the camps, you know.
But never mind.
Anyway, you should be up there keeping watch, not down here talking to me.
I guess some of the Azadi realize that they're not doing the right thing. Anyway, we need that lever. But he's looking our way, so... Hi there. Can we just use the lever?
What are you doing? You know, I'm standing right here.
Good point.
That lever operates the portcullis.
Can we distract him, or he could just walk away? Turn his back. That should be easy.
He's not paying attention. I could probably sneak up on him.
And... take him out. Alrighty. That makes things easier. Alright, we got the portcullis up. Let's follow some magicals.
Kian? Where are you? Oh, no, no. You're not going after him. He's not your responsibility. None of this is on you, Kian.
It's not just the one life, Anna. It's not just Bib. The Azadi take the magicals to the islands. They're not given passage to the Southlands. They never come back. It's all a lie. The old and the young families sent away to die, forgotten by everyone. That ends now. I refuse to forget. The Resistance will persevere without me. I'm not really one of them. I never was, I never will be. I'm Azadi.
You're Azadi. So what? I'm not saying what they're doing is acceptable, but... Are you going to free every magical on your own? Take on the entire Azadi army single-handed? You're being stupid and emotional, and you're being selfish. You're leaving us when we need you the most. You're leaving me. Again.
What do you mean by...
My name isn't Anna. I use a different name in every city. It's safer that way. In Sadir, I was Elena, but... I never told you my name. You don't recognize me. That's fair, I've changed. You haven't. Except for the... you know... It's a good look for you.
You're the girl I saved from Vamon's gang.
Yeah, I'm the girl. What, that's it? I spent every day these past 20 years thinking about you, and I'm the girl. Oh, I feel so special now.
Forgive me, Anna. Elena. I do remember you. Vermon was trying to...
Hurt me. And they would have killed me too if it hadn't been for you. You risked everything and you stood up for me. That was the first time anyone had shown me any kindness. You brought me to Mother Ritana, and she took care of me for a while. I watched you from a distance for years, until I was forced to leave Sadir. But I knew I'd find you again someday, Kian Avane.
That was... a long time ago. I was a different person.
No. You were a different person in between, but now... Now you are the boy I knew, from all those years ago. The boy with his eyes and heart wide open. The boy who risked his life for others. The boy who... Oh, gods damn it. This is why you have to go. Not because you're Azadi, or because you're the Apostle, or the great hero of the Resistance, or because of your goddess, or because you're selfish. You have to go because this is who you are. The boy who saved my life.
Will you help them while I'm gone?
This isn't my war, Kian.
Maybe not. But it is mine. And I believe what happens here will change the balance for all time to come.
I didn't know you believed in the balance.
I didn't. Will you help the Resistance in my absence?
Fine. Fine. I'll help them. You're not pulling away this time.
What was that for?
For love, you idiot. I've loved you since you lifted me out of that gutter and saved my life. I've loved no one else.
I don't know if I can...
It's taken me over 20 years to find you. You'd better fucking come back, or believe me, Kian Avane, I will go to the first mountain and drag you back, kicking and screaming, to the world of the living.
Well, I'm glad we have that sorted. Alright. So... that's the backstory there. Poor Anna, though. Kian does not seem able to return her love, not in the least because he doesn't know her at all. I mean, she's been following him for 20 years, but he probably hasn't thought about her much since that day. And also, it has been pretty strongly implied so far that he's gay, so that part of it will probably never work. Well, can't blame a girl for trying, I guess. Don't really know why she had to be so cryptic about it. Alright, one more Azadi soldier in our way.
Civilian, you're in violation of martial law.
And I forgot you can't run here because he will see you. I will just have to walk. Or I guess he hears you. Let's hope we can get to him before he turns around. And take him down. I hope this isn't the guy who was speaking out in favor of magicals before. Then again, I don't think we choked him long enough to kill him. They'll probably just pass out. Alright. Time to ring the bell and get on board the cloud ship and hopefully go and save Bib and a bunch of other magicals, if we're lucky.
From what I've learned traveling on cloud ships, this is a ship's bell. They use this to signal the crew when a load of cargo's ready to be hoisted up. A ship's bell, used to signal a new load of cargo.
So, ringing the bell will hopefully bring up this along with us with it, and hopefully nobody will catch us inside. It may also set off a ferry in Propast, but that's unrelated. There we go.
Kian! Do not leave without me! Quick, pull me up!
Oh, god damn it.
I could use his help on this mission. I could...
Take my hand! Hold on!
If he wants to come that badly, why not?
Why did you pull me up?
You begged me to.
You're infuriating.
Because I pulled you up.
Because you continue to give me no reason to hate you.
Aside from murdering your father in front of you.
Well, aside from that...
Which I'll admit is a good reason. Alright, off they go. And that brings us to the end of Book 3. All your decisions have been recorded for Book 4. The actions and decisions you have made in Book 3 have already changed the course of your journey in important ways. These decisions will be remembered, and they will decide how your journey continues in Book 4. This is a summary of a few of the choices you have made and the consequences they may have in the future. Same as always, we'll get an overview of what we've done. Kian Alvane, I have opened up to others about my personal life. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm not ashamed of who I am, but I'm also not comfortable with letting others get too close. And my words can be used against me. Some people may address me and treat me differently because of what I've revealed on myself. That's on them and not on me. 99% made that choice. I don't even really remember making that choice. I think it's the conversation with Enu in the beginning. I returned the mechanic's tools. He will never know what happened, and he will not be punished. Your actions will not go unnoticed, and only 49% made this choice, because the other 51% probably didn't realize that this was a choice until they got here. I didn't realize that you could even return them before getting to this screen where it told you, hey, you didn't return that, it may have consequences. And then I was like, oh crap. Didn't think of that. I drugged a rat with cheese and evensong. Even cheese, perhaps. I could have procured that hairy ground crawler in some other way. Your rat catching skills will matter little in the grand scheme of things. Indeed, they do not matter, but it just lets you know how many people managed to figure out this way. 56%, and apparently the rest used the pipe method, which I described. Zoe, I acted quickly and dodged out of the way, giving the man in the suit a clear line of sight. He shot the eye soldier behind me and probably saving my life. But who is he? Why did he help me? You will learn the consequences of your choice in Book 5, so we're going to have to wait for a little while. Because Book 4 is up next. I still wonder what he wants. He doesn't seem to want to harm Zoe, but who is he working for, and what do they want with us, and why were they talking to Dr. Roman? They seem to know something about what happened to Zoe during the events of Dreamfall, more than she did for this book anyway. 69% made that choice. At the Rooster and Kitten, I ordered a beer. Good old beer. You can't go wrong with beer. Your choice will probably have no consequence whatsoever. After all, what did you expect? 37.8% made the choice of beer. Some of the other choices have some funnier descriptions. It's mainly just more awkward stuff, much like Kian trying to order his ice wine. But it looks like there were 4 choices, so the majority actually made this choice. It is the most obvious, easy, and correct one. Kian, I couldn't just leave Liko behind. He'll prove useful to the mission, and maybe we'll grow closer and stronger as a team. Your choice will have major ramifications in the next book. Yes, they will. 77.3% made that choice. And yeah, hoping that Kian and Liko will be able to put behind their differences behind them is definitely one of the reasons why I originally chose to let him come. That's another one on a time limit, which is annoying. barely have time to think about it. And we're back at the menu screen. No new additions about Saga's life this time. Because the stuff that was added from before Book 3 was already related to the interlude we had at the start of Book 3, like the picture of Saga as a 10-year-old girl and the drawing of April Ryan at Obnaxus's house, which we now, of course, know what that refers to. And this seems to be the wall behind her bed, actually. Although the window was never actually open when we were there. It is on the menu screen. Anyway, we will continue with Book 4 in the next video.